Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you had a good day today. It's a good day for me. Um, I really didn't wear anything today because I woke up late. My alarm didn't go off, which is really weird because it usually does. It was set and it just didn't go off. So I was a little late, so I was 10 minutes late for work. I just threw on some deodorant and put my clothes half on, you know what I mean? Pants, belt unbuckled, shirt all untucked, and you're walking to work. 5:30 in the morning, coffee. Um, so I was like, "What the hell with it? I'll do." I write down in my book ideas for videos. I write down suggestions when you guys give them to me, and if I ever come across them, I'm in the process right now of putting most of the suggestions into my phone because when I'm out shopping, I usually don't have the book with me, but I have my phone. So I'm upgrading, baby, getting techie. uh, but I was like, okay, this was going. I said, well, what will I do today? And mistakes. I was going to do like the mistakes and misnomers, myths, and outright lies that either we believe as perfume heads or the general public really does believe. A lot of us frag heads don't. We know that a lot of these aren't true, but a lot of the regular folk don't. And yeah, so I figured I'd do it. Well, what did I do when I got home today? I turned on YouTube, and there was a really big, if not the biggest fragrance guy on YouTube right now. He did a pheromone video. That was going to be one of my talking points. It was actually my big talking point was pheromones. And I'm like, oh, I can't do that now because people are going to think I copied them. And for those of you who don't know, it's Jen Sense. I really like that channel. When I do watch YouTube reviews, it's generally him. And I like the Cuba guy and the big beard guy. They're my three go-tos, I guess, when I do watch them. Anyway, he did an excellent job. Oh my God, if you haven't watched the video, go watch it. It's Jen Sense. It's the Ashton fella there. And he talked about, and he said everything I want to say and more and better. Um, I was like, well, what am I going to do now? I'm still going to do it. I'm just not going to talk about the pheromones like I want to, because like I said, if you want to know what I have to think about them, go watch his video. It's pretty much the same thing, and he did it better than I could. He's a great. It's a great channel. I mean, he doesn't need a plug for me. He's got like 500,000 subscribers. I've got 1,000. But just for maybe one or two who don't watch him or don't know about him, look him up. It's really good. He's really good. Anyway, these are going to be some mistakes, misnomers, myths, and outright lies. And I'm going to start with the pheromone one. Like I said, I wasn't going to talk about it, but I mean, I'm going to give you a quick little thing. They don't work. Straight and simple. That's the end of it. They don't work. We're not wild animals. Our sense of smell is not as evolved as a dog or a wolf or a bear or a shark. We don't pick up on pheromones like that. Do we pick up on a little pheromone here and there? Maybe. I don't know. There's no scientific evidence really. Not that I could find, but I didn't really do any super research. I just know from my own personal experience of wearing a couple of them over the years, they don't do anything better. As a matter of fact, most of them are worse because they're just cheap smelling knockoffs. I mean, they don't work as well as a regular EDT. You know, you go put on, I don't know, fucking Bulgari Aqua. It's going to work a lot better than any pheromone cologne you're ever going to get. Straight and simple. Because I wanted to talk about the stuff that he thought, like your physical presence, your style, your personality, and all that stuff. That's what works. He talked about it, so go watch his video. But that's it. They don't work. Don't give me this crap. I don't care who you. Oh no, I get 9,000 compliments and panties all. Panties hit the floor. Let the panties hit the floor when I wear it. No, no, you don't. No, sorry, I don't care. You don't. We're not wild animals. Maybe it worked 50,000, 100,000 years ago when we just started evolving and our noses were more attuned, but we've gone past that. And we are visual creatures by nature now, visual and touch. That's what we are. We're not smell animals. So, sorry, they don't work. Stop buying them, please. Just stop. Send this to somebody who needs to hear it. Actually, send Jen Sent's video to someone who needs to hear it. Not mine. His is way better. They don't work. Stop buying them. So anyway, that was a quick, just boom. I had a whole spew, but like I said, he did it better. So I'll let him. I ain't gonna try to compete with that. I know my lane. Another one is you've got to buy expensive stuff to smell good. That is a definite myth, mistake. No, you don't. You can get really nice stuff for cheap. Depending on your definition of cheap, but I mean, you can get nice dupes. I've got nice dupes for $5. You've got to search for them, but you can get stuff that is cheap and nice. Classics are cheap, and they're classic for a reason. They still work today. Drakkar, Cool Water, Calvin Klein Escape. These things are $20, $30, and $20 and under sometimes, and they work just as well as they always have. Always will. They're classic smells. And then you get stuff from like the Bath and Body Works stuff. $35, $40. I mean, God. And they work great. Now you can get really expensive stuff too. Dior, Sauvage Elixir, Dior Homme, YSL. I mean, these things are $150 plus dollars. So there's no rhyme or reason. But you don't have to buy Dior, YSL, Givenchy, Armani, Gucci to smell good. No. A Calvin Klein, I guess, a Bath and Body Works will get you exactly the same places they will for most of the time, a fifth, a sixth of the price. And you can get good cheap dupes now, under $30, most of them from Latafa, Armaf, if you shop online, stuff like that. So no, you don't need, you just don't. Expensive don't mean good. Cheap don't mean bad, and expensive don't mean good. That's just the way it is, guys. Here's one that is in the community more than the average Joe. The first two were kind of in the average Joe category, and I think the next couple I'm going to talk about are kind of in the average Joe category. But this more hits home with us guys, us fragrance nuts. Smelling like everyone else is wrong. No, it's not. No, it's not. This has a caveat, though. But let me say, everybody loves Sauvage, Blue de Chanel, Aqua de Gio, Invictus. I mean, these are proven to work as a cologne, as what a cologne's supposed to do. Make you smell good and garner you some attention. These are proven ones. They work. But I don't want to smell like everybody else. Well, sometimes I don't either, but for the most part, it's fine. The caveat is sometimes, and this happened when I wore that Invictus cologne, you'll get a compliment, or not a compliment, but you'll get a piece of advice saying, I like that, but it smells like my ex-boyfriend. Or I like that it smells like the douchebags who used to hit at me at the bar. That was the one that got me. It's like, oh. And so you've got to take that into consideration, that some colognes, especially more popular ones, are going to give a few people a bad memory or something, and that can happen. But for the most part, you and 500 other people smell like Sauvage. Well, you all smell great. And that's all the girl cares about at the end of the day. She doesn't care about your East Indian fragrance that came from, economically harvested oud, and it's got essence and nutmeg and blah, 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 blah. They don't care. Most of the time, they don't think that smells as good as Sauvage. Let's be real. They don't. Or as good as Bleu de Chanel, or as good as Aqua de Gio. Any of them. No, they're the ones that girls really like, and that's why they keep selling year after year after year. In the top 5, usually those ones. It's like Gucci Guilty. Everybody trashes on Gucci Guilty. I'm gonna tell you something with Gucci Guilty. Ladies really love it. If you're looking just to get some attention and maybe meet somebody at a bar, a pub, whatever, put on Gucci Guilty. It doesn't matter if 16 other guys smell like it. You've got to put on Gucci Guilty. That gets her attention. Now you've got to be different than them 16 other guys. You've got to show her that you're more than just your cologne. And that's what it is. Just show her you're more than your cologne. It's what will get her attention first. She'll know you take care of yourself because you smell good. Now show her with your personality, whatnot, why you're better than them other 16 guys. Because no cologne is ever going to, again, there's no such thing as a panty dropper. No cologne is ever going to just get you a girl immediately, like a pheromone. It's not going to happen. So smelling like everybody else, it's fine, guys. Just, you've got to stand out with your personality that way. Because that's what they want to smell, obviously. They want to smell Blue de Chanel. They want to smell Sauvage. They want to smell YSLY. Aqua de Chio. Daddy. That's what the girls like. So wear it, and then once it gets their attention, and it will, turn on the charm, baby. Women don't like old fragrances. They don't like old barbershop-y type. That is completely false. That is things like Azaro Pour Homme, Paco Rabanne Pour Homme, Alfred Sung Pour Homme, Rive Gauche. I mean, these classic scents work every generation, in my experience anyway. And all this is all mostly my experience, guys. But they work no matter how old the person is, what they did. Because the reason is they're clean smelling scents. They're masculine scents, and women like masculine. Believe it or not, a lot of women still like their men to be masculine. I know it seems like it's not in this day and age, but they really do. Hence the beards. Women like beards. And they like their men to smell like men sometimes. A lot of the times. And what better way to smell like a man than fucking shaving soap? That's what a lot of them smell like. A soap. Some kind of clean, fresh soap. Alfred Sung gets compared to Irish Spring. Alfred Sung is probably one of my favorites of barbershops. I really like Azara Pour Homme again. And that smells shaving creamy. But they all smell like a man out of the shower. You know what I mean? Just shaved, got out of the shower. Women love that smell. Age doesn't matter. Whatever. They love that smell. But now, if you're more of a sporty guy or whatever, you might not want to rock them, but you can. But your average guy, put on some Paco Rabanne Pour Homme, and you'll actually maybe do better nowadays, because a lot of guys, the mistake that women don't like barbershops. They love them. Every woman wants a man to smell masculine and clean, and that's exactly what they do. They just work. They just work. This one's going to hurt a lot of people. It's going to hurt some feelings. But a lot of guys, and I've made the mistake myself when I was younger, I'm going to buy this cologne. I've seen the ads. I've seen people talk about it. I'm going to buy this cologne, and it doesn't matter what I look like, how I dress, whatever. I'm going to spray it, and the women, again, are going to flock to me. Just going to, think an Axe, early 2000s Axe commercial. They're just going to flock. No matter, I could be the quiet guy in the corner with no fashion sense and no personality, but I'm going to, and all the girls are going to run from the jocks and the rich guys and come to me and play Dungeons and Dragons. I like Dungeons and Dragons, by the way. That was just a crack. Don't come at me. I really like Dungeons and Dragons. No, it's not going to happen, guys. cologne, as I've said, it's just an accessory to your fashion, to your personality, to all that kind of stuff. You know, it's the same way we think about cars. Men think about cars. For the most part, now there are some women who, you know, I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke that do care about cars. But most women don't care. As long as your car runs and it's clean, they don't care who makes it. They don't care what color it is. They don't care if it's got a brand new Bosey, whatever the hell it is, sound system in it. They don't care. As long as it's clean and it runs. That's all most women care about. It's the same with the cologne. The cologne will get you noticed. That's the thing. That's what I just said about, you know, smelling like everybody else. That's what any cologne will do, though. It'll get you noticed. And at that point, it's completely up to you. The cologne is not going, it's an icebreaker. That's it. It's a way for her to, if she finds you even slightly attractive, and wants to get to know you better, it's a way for her to come up to you and, oh, hi, you smell good. The ice has been broken. Now the conversation can start, and she can, through the conversation, she can see whether or not she wants to spend some more time with you or not. And that's all cologne is, really, guys. At the end of the day, it's an icebreaker. Just, yeah, doesn't matter. Again, no panty droppers. You got to have some personality, something that the girls like. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, guys. Just it was not a quick video. I guess it was a long video, but I just want to talk about them. And watch Jensen's video on pheromones. It's really good, like really good. Like he goes through the whole damn thing, and he even tries some and says what I just told you. They smell cheap. They're horrible. They don't work as good as a. I don't know if he said it or not. I can't remember, but I don't think he said it. But he might have. But they don't work as good as just a regular cologne. They just don't. They don't smell as good. Anything. So anyway, all right, guys. Peace, love, be good to each other.